Hi, I'm Vaike O'Grady, Regional Director for Metrostudy here in Austin, Texas, and I'm here to share with you the top-selling communities as of the end of first quarter 2018.
So let's take a look at the top 10 communities as of first quarter 2018 as ranked by annual starts. Number 10, we've got Blackhawk in Pflugerville. Number 9, Sunfield in the Buda area. Number 8, Santa Rita Ranch in Liberty Hill and Georgetown. Number 7, Teravista in Round Rock and Georgetown. Number 6, Avalon in Pflugerville. Number 5, Stonewater in Manor. Coming in at number 4 in Jarrell, Sonterra, and the active adult community of Sun City and Georgetown coming up at number 3. Saddlecreek at number 2 in the Kyle and Buda area. And finally, Siena, once again, tops for annual starts in Hutto, Texas. So one thing to note here is that 7 of the 10 are in the north area for Metrostudy areas, and 5 of them are in Williamson County. But the number 2 is actually down in Kyle and Buda, and that's a single builder community, as is Stonewater and Manor and Sun City. When we look at the numbers, we can see that a couple of things. Closings numbers are very close to starts numbers for most of these communities, which shows strong demand in all of them. In fact, sometimes closings actually are outpacing starts, which is an indicator that the spec inventory homes that were put in the ground last year are closing now as we enter first quarter, and builders are again ramping up spec inventory to be able to meet the demands of buyers. The other thing we want to take a look at is the number of total units that are available in these communities. If you add them all up, there are about 40,000 lots. Of course, Sun City is quite the biggest with 10,865, but Santa Rita Ranch has 6,037 total units. So again, big communities that have come online in the past few years and established themselves. However, if we look forward, we can see that 3 of the communities on the list are actually going to be selling out in the near future. So we'll have to replace those in order to meet the current demand levels. Will we be able to do it? I think that's a real question. The other thing we want to point out in this presentation is the lack of housing inventory. When you look at finished vacant months of supply in the market in Austin today, we're running at about 2.4 months of supply. There are only 2 communities on this list that outpace that. So, and those are areas that have brought on new sections recently. So again, very strong demand. How are we going to keep up? Well, one way we're going to try is with the new communities that have been launched over the past year. These communities, in terms of future lots and total lots, represent over 7,000 lots, but that's nowhere near what we're giving up as we're closing out the larger communities. And while more is coming, you can see that these communities also tend to be smaller in size and or further out. If you're not familiar with the locations, Carmel is in Pflugerville, Crosswinds is in Kyle and Buda, Deerbrooke, Larkspur are in Leander, Lively Ranch is in Georgetown along 29, Saddlecreek is East Georgetown, and Trace is down in San Marcos. So we're already extending down into San Marcos. So last year, developers put on a record number of lots on the ground. However, we are not able to keep up with supply as it stands today. So that's something we're going to need to be taking a look at as we move through 2018.
So now you've seen the top-selling communities in 2018 so far this year. We're also tracking all the future lots going forward. Remember, Metrostudy is the only company in Austin that drives every single subdivision once a quarter. Stay tuned, and if you have questions or comments, shoot me a note, VOGrady@metrostudy.com.